So, hello everyone. Good morning to all present here. Hope you all are doing well and are safe. I'm Dikshita from Unheard, and I must say, I'm quite delighted to see you all here for the today's session on career planning. Thank you for spending your Sunday morning with us. So, before we begin with our session, I would like to share a couple of guidelines with you. One, except for the speaker, I request the rest to mute your mics. This would help us listen to the speaker much clearly. Second, please do note down your points, questions, and queries. We will have a Q&A session round at the end of the event. Thank you so much. Now, I would like to invite Malti Ma'am, who is an educationist and is the Managing Trustee and Honorary Secretary of Kaveri Group of Institutions. Ma'am will be leading the mindful meditation. Hello, ma'am.
Thank you, Dikshita. Hello, dear parents. Yeah. So, hello, dear parents. It's wonderful to see you this morning here. We are aware that each one of you who has come here to understand how to help your child choose his or her careers. This is what, when I was going through the registration, I found people from all over India who have registered for the event, for the session today. And it also explains that parents are as parents, you are very anxious, you are a little stressful. And I also found in your statements that you have a lot of concerns because of your responsibility as parents. And finally, it is because you love your children. So before we embark on the session today, I will take you through a short meditation practice which will help you and your child throughout your life. Let us now begin the practice. You begin this practice by bringing your attention into your body. You can close your eyes if that is comfortable for you, or you can keep it open also. You can notice your body seated wherever you are seated. You may be seated on a chair, or you may be seated on the floor, but become aware. Notice your body. Take a few breaths.
See, it's coming as Anmol.
And as you take a deep breath,
Amol is
bring in more oxygen into your body. And as you exhale, have a sense of relaxing more deeply. You can notice your feet on the floor. Notice the sensations of your feet touching the floor. Notice the weight, the pressure, the vibration, and the heat. You can notice your legs against the chair. You can feel the pressure, heaviness, or even lightness. Notice your back against the chair. Bring your attention now into your stomach area. If your stomach is tense or tight, let it soften. Take a breath. Notice your hands. Are your hands tense or tight? See if you can allow them to soften. Notice your arms. Feel any sensation in your arms. Let your shoulders be soft. Notice your neck and throat. Let them be soft. Soften your jaws. Let your face and facial muscles be soft. Then notice your whole body present. Take one breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Be aware of your whole body as best you can. Take a breath. And then, when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you, parents.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was quite refreshing and calming. Continuing further, Malti ma'am would be sharing her thoughts on the importance of parents' role in their child's career decision-making process. Thank you.
Thank you, Dikshita. Dear parents, I hope this mindful exercise, this practice, it is called as a body scan. It helps you to observe thoughts, feelings, and physical sensations and not reacting to stress and with increased psychological well-being. So that is what this practice has done. And I think as parents of these adolescents, this is what is very, very necessary for you, because you are going to help your child choose his or her career. And the mindful parenting program that the Kaveri group of institutes had, we run it for about 2 years and we are still doing it. Now the parents have taken responsibility of this program. It is basically to help parents become role models for their children. Now I would like each parent to jot down 2 points about what you have taken from your parents. Just jot down 2 points. You list down 2 qualities that you have taken from your parents, both from your mother and from your father. Just 2 points. And when you're done, you can raise your hand so I can see that. And in a moment, I'll tell you why I asked you to do this little exercise. Are you done with it? You can say yes if you want. Parents? Yes, Nina? Are you done with it?
I think Asha has raised her hand.
Okay. Okay. So why do you think I have asked you this question? I've asked you this question because this shows the power which our parents have over us. This shows the influence our parents have over us. And imagine, dear parents, you are very young. But tomorrow, when your child, who is going to become a parent, when you ask the same question, you will know the influence that you have had as a parent on your children. And I'm so happy that Unheard decided to have this program for the parents, because once you are mindful about your responsibility as a parent, your child will make the right choice in the career that he plans to take. We all know today that the environment is so robust and alive, and quite a few times it is quite confusing. Confusing because of consumerism, because of the surge of technology, because of the social media. So not only you parents, but even the student is very, very confused. So it's very confused because the behaviors and attitudes are very, very important. And during this time, that is the adolescent period, there are few things which I think as parents you keep to need to remember. I will be touching upon three areas, that is the developmental period, that is the adolescent period, the role of parents during this period, and the choice of career path. So what the development period, this is what happens to the child in this period. I think as parents know, and I'm sure most of you already know, during this time, the physical characteristics are changing of the child. So there is a lot of attention on self-image, self-identity, and self-confidence. And I'm sure that as parents, you are able to help this child, your child, negotiate the changes happening in the physical body of the child and in all these areas. Because this will help in the 21st century skills, and those are communication, collaboration, creativity, critical thinking, and compassion. So if you are able to help your child manage his or her self-image, self-identity, self-confidence, then you are opening the space for good communication. And this is the time when the children are move from the concrete space to an abstract space. This is the time when they are moving from not being able to have goals to developing goals. And this is where you come into the picture because they are struggling for independence. Independence from parents, independence from other members in the family. They want to achieve things on their own, and this creates their identity. This helps in their confidence. And at the same time, during this time, peers play a very, very important role. And this is the time when the children move into a sort of relationships. And relationships at home sometimes may not be very, very conducive. They may not be very friendly with their parents because they are the first people who these children, because of familiarity, they feel that the parents are not giving them the freedom and not allowing them to take risks. I understand, dear parents, that it's very difficult for us to move away from dependency to making our children independent. Like small things, when they ask, shall we go driving? We'll cycle and we'll go and get something. It's difficult for you to allow them, but I think you need to slowly make them independent and start giving them certain responsibilities, because this is the time when you are helping your child gain self-confidence, when you're helping your child gain self-identity, which is very, very important in the professional field. Now here also, I would like to again bring back to you this Unheard, which Alistair and Dikshita are here. When they approached us, that Jyoti Kumta, the Mindful Parenting Program, we are from Pune. What excited us was this youth. We said these are young children who have realized the importance of choosing a career and how do you help people choose a career. And when we saw the passion in these two children, we call them children, when we saw that in this young youth, we said, this is what we want for the children of India. Our children need to know very, very strongly what we like doing. And here the role of parents is very, very important. Start noting down what your child loves to do. That loving is very, very important. And the role of parents here is give them a lot of exposure, talk to them about different careers, start noticing, make your observations about what your child loves to do, what is your child's interest, what your daughter likes to do, what your son likes to do, what are the things which you like to do. And that understanding of the interests is very, very important for helping your child choose his or her career. And today, of course, we have the aptitude tests also, which we normally conduct in the 9th standard in our schools. I'm not sure whether you have had this aptitude testing. It's available. You can ask Alistair, the Unheard people, if you want. And this aptitude testing helps you to understand the interests of your children. And then to map these interests with mentors or internships, these would help the children understand and go deep into the careers, which are very, very vast today. Career opportunities are not limited like how it used to be in the olden times. Today, even if you have an interest, that can be converted into a career and it can help you live a good life. Now, this is so important. And another thing during this age, as role of parents, is the friendships which your children start making in this age. It's very, very important. You have to be very mindful about the friends which your students, your children have. And the social abilities, this is a very, very important role that a parent will play. Encourage your child to take new challenges. Another thing which is very, very important is see that your child develops grit and purpose. It so happens that today we give our children everything, which even sometimes they don't want it to, we give it to them. That does not allow your child to appreciate the hard work which has gone in giving them all these beautiful things that you are showering your children. And that does not allow the child to develop a purpose. And during this age, purpose, what do I want to do? What is my purpose is very, very important. And grit, developing grit is very important. So my request to all the parents who are here today is you be an approachable parent. Don't stop the communication between your son or your daughter. Many a times, the father does not have a good equation with the son. The son goes to the mother. Or the daughter does not have an equation with the mother. The daughter goes to the father. Maybe for a few times it may happen, but understand, dear parents, because this communication is what is very, very important at this age. Because you need to understand your child's feeling, and of course, there may be some behavior that you may not like of your child. It's better to sit down across one another and talk about it than hide it or be sarcastic about it or focus only on the bad. So please don't do that. And do not take the good things that your child does for granted. You appreciate it. And this need for relatedness, they want to be related. That is very, very important at this age. So please help your child. And Another very important thing is task commitment. Help your child, whatever task the child is taken, see that the child finishes that task. That gives the child a certain it develops a certain attitude in your children. And above all, I know that each one of you, parent who is here today, is here for a certain purpose. And I appreciate this purpose. And I'm sure that Unheard, which is planning a mentorship program, because this is what we felt was lacking. Today, the opportunities are so large, but as an individual, do I know what opportunities, career opportunities are there for my child? I don't know. It's very limited. But I'm happy that Unheard has come up with this program wherein they are able to connect mentors with the children. And that is what is very, very needed in the educational space today, because otherwise we have very clear-cut lines of science and commerce and arts. But between this, there are a lot of opportunities where you have blended opportunities, which we are not aware of. And I'm sure that if you approach people like Unheard, you will be able to connect your child with his or her interest. And what is very important for a profession is you should love what you are doing. And when you love what you are doing, there is only one word attached to it, and that is success for your child. So I wish you the very best. And I'm sure that each one of you who is here today, who has taken time, parents, that you have taken time because you love your children and you're responsible for their future. And I wish you the very best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that insightful discussion with us. The point shared by you that I loved the most was the developmental stages of adolescence. Most of us actually fail to understand the needs of our adolescents, actually. And communication is definitely the key to understand the needs of the adolescents. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, going further, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce Unheard and its initiative to you. So, Unheard is a 4-year-old organization. It's Bangalore-based that is working towards impacting the lives of high schoolers in India by helping them make informed career choices through industry mentorship programs. We all have come across several high schoolers who are confused when it comes to deciding on a career for them. Unaware of their potential, skill set, aptitude, most students end up applying for courses that aren't suited or made for them. Hence, to tackle this problem of making uninformed career decisions and to build a productive workforce, Unheard was founded and its mentorship programs were introduced. So what about our mentorship programs? All our mentorship programs are skill-focused programs that involve hands-on learning experiences, all of which are under the guidance of industry experts. To ensure there is maximum practical exposure, our students collaborate with mentors to work on relevant industry projects, which also helps them understand the trends of that particular industry. Lastly, our students receive their certificates upon completion of their respective projects. Students use the certificates for their college applications or their resumes. So far, we have impacted the lives of 900 plus students, worked with 300 plus mentors belonging to diverse career fields, and have engaged with 72 schools in India as well as abroad. Here are some of our corporate partners, 4 of which are actually present with us today. You could read here about what our students have to say about us and our mentorship programs. Anvita, who was confused between choosing a career in photography or law, attended both our mentorship programs Photography was with our mentor and who's our speaker for today, Elvin Jacob, and law, and decided to go ahead with law as a career, but also pursued photography as her passion and hobby. And Parikshita, who attended our psychology program with Team Sant1, who is also here today as our speaker, has decided to pursue psychology as a full-time career. So we at Unheard ensure that we are there for our students even after they complete their programs to support and guide them at every step of their career planning. Lastly, these are the mentorship programs lined up for our high schoolers this March. So we have a mentorship coming up in Indian Armed Forces with Captain Lakshmi. Students will get trained to face the entrance exam for the Indian Armed Forces, that is the NDA and the SSB interview. Next, our mentorship is in finance and accounting with Keshav Bagri and Ankit Bora. Ankit Bora, who's also a CA, All India ranked 28. Students will learn the financial skills at this mentorship. Mentorship in history with Destination Heritage. This mentorship is for students looking forward to explore the professional lives of historians. Next, our mentorship in law and legal studies with Pink Legal, for which I'm also quite excited. Students will have an insight into what goes into making a career in law through hands-on learning experience. We also have moot court sessions